final question, we've talked about what would you do if you were in X situation. I had 2 staffers at Ballotpedia message me and want you to answer the following question. What have you done really, really wrong in past campaigns? What's the worst mistake you've made? And then we'll finish up here. So Mr. Hewitt, I'll kick it to you and then back to Mr. Rowe.
I'd say getting talked into spending too much mail, too much of the campaign budget on mail. And when I finally said to all candidates, if you hire me, we're not doing any mail, or we're doing very little, I think life got better. The obvious mistakes, you make obvious mistakes. You spend money on things that didn't work too well, or whatever, or you say something to the press you shouldn't have. Those always feel pretty stupid. But strategically and tactically, if you're talking about a campaign, I always thought the biggest mistake the campaigns I were involved with, that it was too much money spent on mail.
Mr. Rowe, what about you?
Direct mail, for those who aren't in the game.
Thanks for saving my mailbox, I guess, right?
What's that?
I just said, thanks for saving my mailbox, because usually those go right in my trash, but.
Exactly my point.
So which day, which campaign, and which minute, I make a lot of mistakes. But I think probably some of the most high-profile mistakes I've made are a couple of different reasons that we make them. One is because, a good one, I'll just give a good one. We should have never done the deal at the end of the campaign with the Kasich campaign. But we switched. We got out of 2 states for them to get out of 2 states, and it kind of hung a lantern on that Trump was running against, a bunch of politicians who were willing to cut deals to win. It looked a little funky. It really needed to happen because we needed Kasich, who should have just dropped out, but we needed him out of Indiana because the non-Trump vote was about 55%. We just had to have all of it. And, looking back on that, it was silly. It was a high stress environment. There wasn't a path to do anything simpler. And so they'd been wanting to cut a deal for a while. And so I cut a deal we probably shouldn't have done. But I will say my best campaigns are campaigns. If I had a list of all the campaigns I did the best job in, they're all ones that we lost. And the campaigns we won are typically the ones I ran the worst campaign. So it's a very bottom line tough business, but I make a lot of mistakes a lot of days. The only rule I have is to never make the same mistake twice. So I try and learn from that. But the Kasich thing was probably one of the bigger ones that outward facing that were, in retrospect, pretty embarrassing to have done.
Well, thank you both. Those are both honest answers and always appreciated. That kind of ends us for today. Thank you for joining us, our audience, and to the Jeffs and